All right, what's going on, everybody? Is the RaVe Cast here, hosted by me, Crown Shots or King Crown Shots. I am joined here with Prosmetic or Prosmatic. That's what I call him, Prosmatic. But yeah, you can say hello.
Hello.
Hello. And real quick, Prosmatic, do you want me to show your face in this or not?
You can do it if you want.
Okay. Because we
I
don't
don't mind.
have to show our faces on this one, but we could.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. So I don't know exactly how we're gonna start this. The last few podcasts is the podcast that we've done. We've kind of just like the last one I just recorded with Lucky, right?
Yeah.
We just did like we talked about like old things in the team and stuff like that. So like we talked about like things we remember from the team and like how RaVe was made and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, so you don't know any of that stuff with your
Mm-mm.
current time being in the team. So
Yeah,
let's
like maybe a year.
yeah, let's not add any more. Let's not add questions that have already been answered in the last episodes.
Yeah.
So talking about like the whole history of RaVe, let's keep that
Yeah.
out, and then
Okay.
that's about it for right now.
Okay.
But like, let's talk about how you joined RaVe. How did you join RaVe? Do you remember?
I remember exactly what happened. I was playing Minecraft. One of my friends got a message from you and you asked them if they wanted to join and I was allowed to join alongside with them. And that's pretty much how I joined. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that.
Yeah. Um, what were your first experiences in the team? Like, what did you enjoy the most about being in the team so far?
Um, like then or now?
Just in general, like what are some things that you've enjoyed throughout being in the team?
How it doesn't only go with one like game or like category of like content creation. It's innovative and like it spreads throughout like the whole video game community.
That's actually a good thing. I'm glad you like that. That's definitely what we're big about is like being as diverse in like content as we can on our just
Hmm.
team channels and stuff. So that's
Yeah, I
definitely
like
what
how
we're
like you're
doing.
able like I like how they're like there's multiple different ways you can join the team instead of just being like a just Call of Duty team or just Minecraft, Fortnite team, whatever. It just spreads throughout any game possible.
Yeah. Recently I just got for anybody that doesn't know in the podcast or the people that watch the Ripcast so far, I don't know if you know this, but we recently are setting up a Valorant team. So actually, Prosmatic here is actually going to be the leader of it, which is going to be crazy. So, what are some things that you could give to future reference for members that are trying to join your Valorant team? Like, what do you
Um,
expect?
I expect either like you can either be competitive or a casual player. I really don't mind, but as long as like you don't absolutely suck at the game, you're like you can honestly like I really don't care honestly.
Okay.
As long as like you're as long as you have like how would I say this? As long as you're respectful and you actually know how to play the game, then I would say that you would have a possibility to actually join the team as a Valorant player or
Yeah.
content creator.
What are some of your goals to achieve with the Valorant team?
Try and get tournaments for the team and use Valorant to help spread like rave to like other communities.
Definitely, that's a big thing. That's honestly a big thing right there. That's good. And then you can always ask me questions too if you want. Like, what are some questions you want to know?
I know how to interview works. Don't worry.
Okay.
Um, how would like how what would be your initial reaction to knowing that later on in the future, Valorant could like your Valorant team could possibly be like tournament wise, like it could be used for tournaments and stuff.
That's gonna be epic, in my opinion, to see. Because I mean, we're already getting that close with Apex here soon, which is super crazy
Yeah,
to think about. that we're already having a point in a rave now where we have people going into tournaments and actually like for our first ever tournaments in Apex, we like our two leads, Jariri and Shadow, both actually placed really high for their first times playing too.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
what you told
crazy.
me like the other day.
Yeah. And so our team, the fact that we are so underrated in so many ways, it's showing now. It's like, I picked up the right people because now we're actually showing that how good we are as a
Yeah.
team, and I love to see it. And my reaction to seeing a Valorant team would probably be really good because I even though I don't really play Valorant at all, I still like the way the game looks. I don't like it when
Yeah,
I
it
play.
looks really nice. I do prefer CS:GO over it though,
Same.
but like,
Yeah.
CS:GO has been in the community for so long with tournaments and stuff, and it's still
Yeah.
really up there.
It is.
Valorant, you don't really see much of that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously you do see it a lot, but not as much as CS:GO. So I think that would be a lot better instead of going to straight just CS:GO. I think Valorant would be a better push, and since it
Yeah.
is getting up there, it would just be a better option.
I think that us getting into Valorant this early would actually be really good too, because we're getting into it before it's like too mainstream.
Hmm.
So we're gonna have a higher chance at getting really big at it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Oh, I honestly think that would be really good.
Yeah, me too.
Um, Second question for you:
Okay.
how is the merch going, and do you know like a possible like release date?
Um, the merch is going good. As I said in the last update for Rave, I just ordered the first jersey for our team to like test out the quality and everything like that. Still waiting for it to get here. Um, as far as the release date for any future merchandise, I don't actually have that information yet because I'm mostly playing it by like I just ordered the merch, so I'm gonna test out the quality of the
Hmm.
jersey, right?
Yeah.
And then that will determine whether I keep using this company that I'm using to make it possible,
Hmm.
and that will determine if I make more projects out of it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, because if the quality is good on one thing, then it's obviously
Yeah.
gonna be pretty good on the others. So
But like with merge, like, do you know, like, do you have like a separate, like, obviously with the team, you have like different roles, like you play as different roles in the team, right? Like you have like leaders and stuff like that. Is there gonna be like some like people for like business and stuff for the team, like producers and stuff?
there might be. The furthest I've been thinking about is probably managers.
Yeah,
Probably
that.
like and managers would be like the second hand people to leads. So kind of like how they have it like stores and stuff like that.
Okay.
You got the team leads and then you got the managers, the people that are kind of like up there with the leads, but they only tell
Mm-hmm.
the leads what they're supposed to know and then they make
Yeah.
decisions and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, because in the past when I was thinking about roles, right, I feel like I was thinking about it too in depth. Like I gotta have like 16 different roles, but that's not true. Having
Yeah. That.
having members, managers, and then team leads is like all you really need to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a stable three.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It
How
just
like
makes
there
things
shouldn't
less
be.
cluster, really.
Yeah, it's just easier for you to manage everything.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, maybe later on people will like associate themselves as one part of the team, which we don't have yet. For
Mhm.
example, like we have our other page, which is like editors of Rave, right? People will probably
Yeah.
probably classify themselves as editors of Rave members
Okay.
instead of Team Rave Nation members overall.
Yeah.
They'll be both type of thing, and they'll be labeled as those both of those things instead of one.
Okay.
So that's kind of how like I'm thinking about it being in the future, definitely. And then as we get bigger and bigger, we'll have more like Instagram pages and Twitter pages for people to label themselves as a certain category.
Okay. Okay. So like, what category? Like, for example, like obviously you have like streamers and stuff. How like, how far would you go like streaming wise? Like, what's like obviously all games, but like just moving on from games, like IRL streams, just chatting streams. Like, how far do you think you would go on that?
I feel like eventually, if we ever like once we hit the point, I'm not gonna say if we ever because I plan to hit that point where we're
Yeah.
doing like IRL streams together and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my official like plan is that I'm gonna try my best to go as far with this team as I can. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Like,
But not going too far.
no, I plan to go as far as I can. Like as far as I can go. Like that's our motto with the team is like, you know, fly higher and be as be better and better as we can every day.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole motto
Okay.
to the team really.
Hmm.
Always be progressing to be better. That's like the way we do team. It's the parade.
And speaking of progression, what do you think that like the next big step for RaVe is?
Next big step for RaVe, in my opinion, is just like I've been working on a lot of stuff recently. Like I'm building up like 5 to like 7 different social media accounts for RaVe specifically.
7?
Right now, like up to like
Damn.
7, yeah.
Damn.
I have so many team accounts that I don't even have enough like slots on Instagram to like keep them either. So like keep
Wow.
them going. Like I have to sign into them individually and everything like that. It's crazy. But what I'm saying is like my whole goal in the next like few months even
Yeah.
is to get all of those accounts up to 1,000 followers and just mass promote everything we do. So like we'll go from getting the views we're getting right now, right, which is like in the hundreds to like a couple thousand views, right?
Yeah.
To like with the capability of all those accounts
Mm-hmm.
promoting to like thousands of people, it's gonna go up to like 5,000 to like 10,000. You know what I mean? We're just gonna skyrocket everywhere.
Okay.
And then of course
And-
like, monetization and everything like that.
Okay. Yeah. That's a big step is getting monetization.
Yeah. That's why we have to push our videos to get monetized.
Yeah. And another question for you. This is for like the RaVe Discord. There's currently two RaVe Discords. Do you know what you're gonna do with both of them, or are you just gonna get rid of one and just work on the other?
Definitely. The first one, they can actually see it right now. Okay. Our Team Rave Nation official community one is going to stay a community.
Yeah.
Where basically the community Discord is basically anybody who's like trying to grind for Rave or like anybody in general that we know or whatever can join the community one.
Okay.
Like,
And
also, like past members too, if they don't start problems in the Discord, they stay active, they can stay in the community Discord.
Okay, so that's just for anyone that is either a former member of RaVe that left on good terms,
Yeah.
and also people grinding for RaVe.
Yeah, grinding for Rave, and then also just friends that we've met along the way.
Okay.
So we have connection
And
with them.
I'm guessing the RaVe on top server is the only members Discord
the
server.
Rave on top for everyone is just members only. Only
Okay.
current
And
members.
are you gonna make any more like text channels and voice channels for that?
Probably not. I plan to make the community one just our overall like YouTube and stuff community too.
Okay.
In the future, and then the main one will be just full on teammates.
Okay. So the community ones for like main and like mostly just main information, and that's where you can talk to a bunch of people, and then the main member server is just regular
Yeah,
Just the normal
the
simple
main
server.
RaVe on top server is just going to be for like me and you, for example. If we needed to talk about something, but we couldn't be in the other server.
Okay, so it's mostly just a simple server for like talking
Just a
and
simple
like with
server
other
just
members.
for teammates, so we understand who we're
Okay.
talking to.
Okay.
Because in the future, the community server is, I plan to have it super huge, so we're gonna have like thousands of members talking all the time. So it's gonna be hard for us to talk to each other just by ourselves.
And what am I? And do you think possibly with the like the main members Discord, do you think you're gonna make separate channels for that server for like main stuff for leads and managers and stuff?
For the RaVe on top one?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I
Okay.
have not had the time to update that stuff yet. There's so much stuff that needs to be updated all the time.
Okay.
We also don't have that many members right now, so updating the Discord servers isn't really a
Which would
must.
be useless right now.
Yeah, it'd be kind of useless right now. Once we start
And
getting like tons of members, that's when I'll update it a lot more.
another question.
Mhm.
With merchandise and stuff,
Uh-huh.
do you think that like what are you gonna expand to from just like instead of just going from clothing and stickers? Do you think you're gonna expand more merchandise than that, like headsets and other things?
Definitely keyboards is gonna be one thing. Keyboards are gonna be a design. Probably controllers for every console type of thing.
Yeah.
And then also, this was kind of a surprise I didn't want to give up yet, but I'll just do it. Shoes.
Oh.
Like a shoe design. I actually
No.
I got that idea from Cloud9, by the way. Give them
Oh.
credit for that.
Yeah. No disrespect, but shoes, in my personal opinion, shoes. I think with like shoes from like designed off teams, like Cloud9 for example, and RaVe. I think those are better for like decor, decor and stuff like that, instead of actually wearing them out in public.
But no, I'm saying like it's not like they're gonna be super like flashy. I'm just saying
It's just gonna be like a regular shoe.
it's gonna be like a really nice looking
Mhm.
type, shoe design, and it's gonna have like our branding on the side, which is gonna be called Nation.
Okay. See, what I was thinking with like shoes and stuff, I was thinking maybe just keep it like a slick red and white design or whatever, like
I want to
red,
do like
blue, white
I want
design.
to do red, white, and blue,
Mhm.
or red, white, and black. No,
Red, white.
blue,
Ooh, that black. Or
red,
you
blue,
can do
and
two
black.
different designs. Two different designs for both of those.
That's what I'm doing. 2 different designs.
And then like instead of putting letters there, like the nation, I think it would be better like for example, back of a shoe like this, right?
Uh-huh.
Or like a Nike shoe, whatever.
Yeah.
They have their logo right there.
Exactly.
Why don't we do that?
The logo of RaVe. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. So stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I think that would be better. Instead of doing lettering, just do the logo at the very back.
Yeah, like the white logo on the colors. That'd be sick.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that would just be like better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely. That's how I've already been thinking about it as, so I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that would just honestly be 1,000,000 times better instead of just having nation on the side of a shoe.
Yeah. And then as far as other stuff other than that, I haven't really thought that far.
Hold on, what I was thinking is with the the profile picture that you have for the RaVe main chat and Twitter.
Uh-huh.
You have that, but with a white background for the red, white, and blue, and with a black shoe, just do the same thing there.
Yeah.
And just have it black.
I mean,
Or just have.
We'll think about that stuff later on, but it's like, it's
Yeah.
all coming soon.
Yeah.
I already know how
And
to make custom shoes, so.
Mhm. Do you know who you're gonna be doing designs with, and like business?
My original plan for having someone to help me design stuff like this for.
Mhm.
There was two different people I was planning on helping me. One of
Yeah.
them being Zoxty because he knows how to make logos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of want him to help me make the logo for our brands. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Or like other side brands to RaVe for like clothing
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the only other person I was thinking design-wise, which would have been Sparky, but Sparky wasn't really. He's not in the team anymore, so he's not even really able to do that. But I mean, you offered to help at one point, so I definitely might think about having you help me. Really, so it's gonna be nice. I actually needed another person since Sparky is gone, so.
Yeah, but like, let's say like we have me and what was the other guy's name for your ideas? Yeah, Zoxley. I think honestly it would be nice instead of just you designing and doing all the things and have Loxley do the logos. I think it would be good for you to manage like the prices and stuff and like the business, and have Voxy do like the logos, and I can help with like just putting the logos onto like the shoes, shirts, jerseys, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, like that's something like how I wanted to do it because of the fact that I don't want to make the logos all based off of what I want to do. You know what I mean? I want it to be a group effort to make a certain design for a hoodie, for example.
Mhm.
And then that's the whole plan for that, really.
And do you think you're gonna be doing stuff with like with sponsors and stuff? Do you think like what are you trying to get sponsored with right now? Like who?
We actually already have a few different sponsors, or not
Yeah,
sponsors,
Walmart.
but like partnerships.
Walmart.
Yeah, okay. That's me. That's not the team, actually. That's my personal one.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually, my plan for things to do with like sponsors is that, of course, the whole goal of having like a sponsor or a partnership is that you gotta help them sell their products, right? And so I was thinking originally into that, and I was like, okay, so we have to have people buy the products for the sponsors and then show them off, right? In order to get a bigger rep inside that, agreement.
Mhm.
So the way I was thinking about it is just, why don't I just help fund something like that and have maybe a few other older people in the team
Yeah.
help pay for like members to get like, for example, like free G Fuel or something, or have like a giveaway or whatever.
And speaking with G Fuel, whenever you get whenever you get partnered with G Fuel, don't you get your own flavor?
Something like that, yeah.
And if you do get your own flavor for G Fuel or whatever, what flavor would you want it to be?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I feel like I feel like I would rather have everyone have their own different flavors that are in the team, so everybody would get their own like discount codes.
Pretty much like phase.
Yeah.
Like phase.
Yeah, that's the whole design I'm thinking. Because that was actually a really smart thing from FaZe.
Mhm. And something that I thought about what you said, like with everybody having their own flavor, since there's most likely gonna be like hella members.
Yeah.
That would probably like be really bad for G Fuel. So do you think it would be good instead of just doing all members? It would be better for like the more important people in the team.
Like the leads, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
The higher ups.
So like the manager, not really, no, most of the people that are like content creators and streamers and stuff.
Yeah, probably that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
The people that are doing everything instead of just being a comp player or just being,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
And then like with other companies, like if I were to get us partnered with Walmart, right? We have to like sell products from them too, right? And so it's like then we would do like a few ad videos
Mhm.
of like different sponsors that we have. So it would be like one of us would buy a few products online from these companies, from these
Mhm.
sponsors, right?
Yeah.
And then we would do like a giveaway for the products, for
Mhm.
example, and then like that would get a whole bunch of traction from for those companies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So like, what's your biggest plan? Like, what's your next biggest thing that you're gonna be updating with RaVe? Like, business wise or team wise? Like, what are you trying to get done right now?
Right now, I'm actually shooting for monetization on YouTube, on
That's your main thing,
socials,
like currently right now. That's like
Yeah,
where you're trying to.
that's like my
Okay.
main things right now.
Yeah.
Like monetized on all socials type of thing. Which it's kind of complicated because for Twitter, you have to hit
Mm.
10K. Like there's a certain range you have to hit before you get monetized on some of
Oh,
these.
God damn. Damn, dude.
For Twitter, you have to hit 10K followers, and then you
Mhm.
get the super follow option where people can super follow you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that super follow thing.
Yeah, and then for TikTok, you have to do that too because TikTok is another big thing that brings in money
Yeah.
really because ads on
Well, I
videos.
mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I would really work with TikTok right now because like Congress is trying to ban it.
That's
So I think
true.
that would
So
be.
that's why we're not going to do that yet till they cleared that up.
Mhm. Yeah.
I stopped using TikTok too, so I get it.
No, I'm not stopping using it.
Yeah.
The fuck, I ain't doing that.
But definitely our YouTube, our Instagram, and our Twitter
Mm.
is going to be the main things, and our podcast thing, our podcast channels.
Speaking of social medias,
Uh,
um, let's say newer recruits join. Would you have to require them to make or at least have a certain social media? And if so, what social medias would you require?
I would say for people to join Rave eventually, they have to have all social medias that the main team pages have,
So like Discord and Twitter, right?
like Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, the main four.
Okay.
I don't care about any other socials except those four. Because for those socials, it's like, that's where everybody goes to, like, do stuff.
Yeah, I get information from you or other members.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and another question. Let's say that the lead like oh shit. So obviously you want like more games to expand to like other like things, right? Like for example, you want to lead for Fortnite and stuff, right? What would happen if the lead leaves the team?
I'm, I haven't really, I've had trouble with that in the past. But one of the biggest things I do now, before I promote anybody to a lead of a team or like a certain game, the
Mhm.
thing I do now is that I make sure to pick up at least like four members.
Mhm.
At least four members.
So like just
Like that equals
for like
up
a
to
just in
like
case.
5 members for a team. And then, like, of course, probably 2 out of 3 of those people will leave, and then it'll be left with 2 people,
Okay.
technically. And so then those 2 people, you'll decide between those 2 people to promote to a lead.
Okay.
And then they'll help you grow that team because they'll be a positive thing.
Okay.
Because with
Uh
building a team, right?
yeah.
It's like you got to think about it like that, and you got to be like, mathematically, you're gonna pick up 5 different people to a team, right? 5 different
Yes.
people to your team. More than likely, you're gonna have your toxic person. You're gonna have
Oh yeah, most
the one
definitely.
toxic person that
Mhm.
doesn't listen or anything, so you have to kick them eventually. So that's one gone out of the 5.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have the one person that just obviously is just dumb and doesn't know anything they're doing. So you kick
Yeah.
that person from the team too. And you
Mhm.
keep kicking people till you find that sweet spot of 2 people.
Okay.
Because then those 2 people alone could expand the team into more people.
Okay.
That's kind of like the thought process behind that, like picking up members. Like with you, for example,
Mhm.
you and Infinity both joined the team, right?
Yeah.
Infinity ended up being
Yeah,
really
scumbag.
toxic. And
Yeah.
I learned that over time, over dealing with you guys and talking to you guys,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But then I found out that you were the better member compared to him.
Yeah.
And so then
Yeah,
now
I
I
just
made you
said some
leave.
really out of pocket shit. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. But I'm saying
Which
like
I
you
have stopped, if you noticed.
yeah, but I'm saying you weren't as bad as Infinity. It was just
Yeah.
totally dumb.
Okay.
Like not useful.
Uh, I will be right back if you go ahead and pause the podcast.
Okay.
I'm getting a call from right now, so I'll be right back.
All right. All
So,
right.
what were we talking about? I completely forgot.
We were talking about like you were asking me about like the whole like how to like recruit a member correctly and stuff. And
Mhm.
I answered
Okay. And how far would you go management wise?
that. Management wise, oh,
Yes.
I haven't even thought of that. I'm gonna be
Really?
honest, I haven't thought that far yet. Dude, I'm always thinking about constant stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like it's kind of hard to think about everything all at once all the time. So
And
management wise though, I was mostly thinking like just managers like for the YouTube, for example, the team
yeah.
channels to like upload for us or whatever. What's it called? Not social medias, because I don't trust people managing social medias for us, because I feel like they'll steal the accounts.
Mhm.
So I don't trust that until they make a system where people can't steal your account if they have access to it.
Okay.
But that's not going to be a thing because, you know, I fear people stealing the account and then, you know, we're stuck without an account.
Okay.
But aside from management is mostly going to be there to like, you know, manage the team.
Yeah.
So like it's going to go from members. Members are like the people that are going to be in the team to like do certain things for the team.
Yeah, like Valorant players, content creators, streamers.
Yeah, content creators, streamers, but managers are going to be like always
Right under like the leader.
like
Like I
right
mean not the
under the
leader, but like
leader.
owner.
Yeah, right under
Like
the
owners.
leaders or the leads, and they're going to be like, for example, if there's a member acting out and not acting correctly or being rude or racist or whatever, then
Okay.
the managers
They can deal with it.
will
It's
yeah.
none of your problem. They can kick him.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my problem then. My whole goal with
Yeah.
creating managers and like team leads is going to be
Yeah.
like it's going to take a lot of the workflow off of me.
Yeah.
And then also managers will be looking for like members too for me.
Mhm. Okay.
So
And then like so pretty much you would have obviously like the owners and stuff like that, right? And speaking of owners, how many owners do you think there will be?
how many owners of the team?
Yeah, because like with like big organizations, you have like the founders, like the original owners, and like, you have like the owners that pretty much control everything.
I feel like there might be 4 owners. That's a solid number. Because having 4 owners is like enough, really all you need at first, like for that big of like really a long time. Because having 4
Yeah.
owners, you'll have 2 people that think a certain way, and then you'll have 2 people that think another way. It's just an equal number,
Okay.
like votes on things, for example. And for someone to be an owner of the team in the future, like they would have to be like top of their class, top of everything. You know what I mean? Like understand the whole physics of the team, like be
So
able
like pretty much leaders now, how depending on how they do, could be future owners. pretty much.
Yeah, but also there's a lot of other stuff that feeds into being an owner too for me.
Hmm.
Like for being an owner, you obviously would have had to have experience with like certain things too. Like for example, Vozzy, there's a good reason why Vozzy is my co-owner, is one of the
Okay.
co-owners too. It's because he has experience with building his own team, so he knows all that stuff when it comes to building a successful team. He knows how to recruit members. He knows how to make smart decisions, not out of, selfish judgment. He knows he's experienced a lot more than the everyday member would experience,
Okay.
or even a lead.
But
But for people to be
what
a
like
team lead, they would have for people to be like for a team lead to become an owner, right?
hmm
They would have to be like top of their class and everything.
okay.
Type of thing.
But like management wise. So pretty much the owners would be like managers for like the leads, and then like the manager would be obviously management of like all like the members.
Yeah. The team
Okay.
leads would be managers of overall leads, pretty much.
Okay.
Team leads would be like overall leads.
So pretty much team leads would be managers for their like so Valorant lead would be a manager for all Valorant players, right?
Yeah, all the Valorant players plus Valorant leads. Like for individual games, there would be the certain leads, right?
Mhm.
The certain leads for those games would be like in another category of leads, like team leads.
Okay.
So the team leads
Okay.
for certain games would be like for you, for example, you would basically have your own elite group type of thing, and you would compete in the tournaments that you win, like mostly try to win. And you pretty much get to decide, or you help pick who is going to join your team, your group.
Okay.
Because eventually, my plan is, for example, like the Apex team, right? We have 2 leads for Apex, which is Shadow and Dreary, right?
Okay.
They are the overall leads of that. But the thing is that what happened?
Bit my tongue. I'm chewing gum. I bit my
Oh
fucking
my
tongue.
gosh!
Fuck.
Don't do
I
that.
continue.
Okay,
Fuck.
but Shadow and Dreary are both leads of Apex, right?
Mhm.
But the thing is that they both play comp. They both play comp. So the way I thought about it recently is I'm just like, let's make individual game leads. They have their own groups to play in comp. And so every
I
time
think that would be a little too much to manage, you know?
every time we pick up a certain amount of like Apex members, for example, they would join that, like they would talk to Dreary or Shadow, right?
Okay.
And then they would like Dreary and Shadow would play with those new members, and they would decide whether they're good
Okay.
for that.
Okay.
So they would like file out the members and stuff.
Okay. So with like obviously casual and competitive players for certain games, do you think it would be better instead of just making like a Valorant lead for competitive and Valorant lead for casual? Do you think there should be just one lead that can play competitive and casual, and have like how would I say this? You have one lead and then it splits off into 2 for casual and competitive, and that lead can be good for casual and competitive play.
Yeah,
So
that's
instead of having
basically
like
what I was saying.
okay.
The only reason I have Dreary and Shadow as both leads right now is because we don't really have enough Apex members to split it yet.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Eventually there will be like, for example, a content lead, but that is also like an Apex lead. So they would be, they would be more structure to it.
Okay.
They would classify as 2 things, and so a content creation lead and an Apex lead would be more on the casual side of Apex. They'd be considered more of the casual lead. You know what I mean? So if Dreary ends up not wanting to play competitive, right? Or doesn't do good, then Shadow will make him like that lead instead.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then also like decision making too. You need a leader for decisions within that
Okay.
team. So that's
Okay.
also what I was thinking about Dreary being. Is like
Mhm.
he's more of making good decisions. Good
Okay.
decisions within things. So
Okay.
he's not the comp lead of it, like the competitive side really to being a lead. He's more of like he plays competitive with Shadow right now, but he's eventually going to be more of like decision making.
Okay.
And if he wants to be comp, he can be comp too if he really wanted to.
Okay. I have one final question for you. One final question.
What's up?
So with the RaVe Cast, right? Obviously, this is gonna be posted to YouTube. Did you ever want to try and get all your RaVe Casts, like all like from episode 1 all the way until so on and so forth, get them released to Spotify within order?
I already am. We already have.
See, I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm using an application right now called Anchor, which it automatically
I know what
uploads
that is.
to Spotify for you.
Oh, well, I'm an idiot. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, it automatically generates a Spotify name for you, and it uploads them
Okay.
to Spotify. But you can sign up
Okay.
for all, like literally like 7 different applications, and it will upload them to all.
Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Speaking of the podcast, this is okay. Will there ever be like trailers and stuff like future hints later on podcasts?
We
Like little
tried.
hints in there?
We tried to do like a hint for the next podcast with
Mhm.
Kenster, right?
Yeah.
But it just didn't work because A-Dogs is busy with work and I don't have his schedule yet, and we kind of need to get episodes out, so that's why I did these ones instead. And
Okay.
then Elmo left, so we're not ready to be like teasing stuff like that yet, like in between
Okay.
episodes.
Okay.
And I gotta build our community up a little bit more. Like
Yeah,
the people that
that's a
watch
big
the
that's a big thing.
Ravecast.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any more questions for you. Honestly.
Alright. Well, I think we're done. I think we're good.
That was a quick fucking podcast.
It was
That
like
was an
45
hour.
minutes or something.
Was it actually only 45 minutes? It felt like an hour.
It felt like, I think it was like at least an hour. At least an hour.
Which is good. That's good. That's
a
good.
good, solid podcast. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been Crown Shots and Prosmatic. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Peace out.